Well, you heard the word. President Trump got his target letter. What does that mean? And how is he going to crush this baby? And how Jack Smith better know what the hell he's doing this time. This is different than all the rest. This is different. This is good news for the president. When I say good news, you can't say good news when you've been indicted. But of all of the possible charges, this is the baby that's going to change everything. Do you hear what I'm saying? Everything. This changes the rules. Why do I say that? Well, I'm going to explain this to you. So this is good news. This is good news. If the president listens to me, things are looking terrific. All right? Now, but before we begin, let me ask you first to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so you're notified of new streams and new videos, and also patronize and support our great sponsor at mypillow.com, the great people at mypillow.com. And if you use promo code Lionel, oh my God, the veritable, the endless, the gifts. Look at this right now, the 20th anniversary pillow, the biggest bed and sheet sale ever. Giza sheet sets. My Pillow 2.0. I could go on and on, but I'm not. You go for yourself. MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel. See what I'm talking about and see why I am beside myself in terms of the excitement that I provide regarding such. Okay, first and foremost, number one, when a grand jury is investigating a criminal matter like this, there's basically three people that they tend to be dealing with. The first is a witness. A witness is somebody who just saw something. You were in a bank. You saw the bank robber. The grand jury subpoenas you to show up. You're just a witness. What did you see? What happened? That's it. Nothing to worry about. Or you're a subject. Well, that's interesting. You're a subject of an investigation. You're a subject. It doesn't mean we're going to go after you, but we're going to look at you and we're investigating you. And the third is you're a target. It basically means we're going to indict you. You don't see too many targets that aren't indicted. Normally you get this letter. Hello, you're a target. Oh, by the way, would you like to come to the grand jury and talk to us? Next 4 days, maybe clear some things up. Maybe we've made a mistake. You know what you say? Forget it. Fifth Amendment, baby. Fifth Amendment, a constitutional right. Not a way to slither out of culpability, but a way for you to stand up for your rights and say, no way, Jose. I'm not talking to you. You want to prove it? You come after me. I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to say anything. Good luck. All right? Now, it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, which has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But it seems that we're looking at maybe this notion of this thing, maybe seditious conspiracy. Seditious conspiracy, and look what I'm doing right now. You look up seditious conspiracy in the browser, and that's it. And you look and you see the charge. You see it. And it's 18 U.S. Code 2384. Now, we don't know whether that's it, but that's a pretty good one. And another rule you've got to remember is whatever you think sedition is, or whatever you think rebellion is, or whatever you think any of this stuff, nobody cares what you think or what I think. Here's the statute. It's very important. Been around since what? 1948? It's first seen. If two or more persons, basically, that's the conspiracy. Remember what a conspiracy is. When you're a conspiracy theorist, it means a confederation of two or more people. Usually two people who are guilty, not a person conspiring with a cop. But that's for another discussion. It's the act of you organizing, confederating, conspiring. Don't forget the Latin, conspire, breathe with, to breathe together. Whoever conspires to overthrow. Now, let's go through these ones, which I think are funny. Overthrow, put down, what is this, a horse? Or destroy by force the government of the United States. How are you going to overthrow the government? What does that even mean? How would you two or more people say, let's get together. Is there any, must you enjoy any possibility of doing it? Or is it the mere two crazy people saying, yeah, let's get together and let's overthrow the government? That's it. It's the agreement, not the likelihood, not the mental wherewithal that one would normally have. In any event, to levy war against them, or oppose by force the authority thereof, or by force to prevent, hinder, or delay the execution of any law of the United States, or by force to seize, take, or possess any property of the United States contrary to the law. Now, we've got two cases right there. Seizing the capital, seizing this plot of real estate. And I mean, we can do some research. We can look up, the annotated codes and see what do some, see what other courts, how they've interpreted this. But in a bare bones reading of this statute, which is supposedly available to anybody just to read for yourself, if somebody basically takes by force, prevents, hindered, or seize, take, or possess, to possess any property of the United States contrary, well, that could be a lot of things. But here's the thing: delay the execution of any law of the United States. That is interesting. Why? What was January 6th about? What was it? Lionel Nation merch. Very nice. What was that about? It was the certification of the vote. It was that final step, the kind of a pro forma thing, where Trump could have said something to the effect of, do the right thing, Mike. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? Do the right thing, Mike. What does that even mean? Do the right thing. Well, here's the problem. Let's assume we have this seditious conspiracy act. If it could be something else. I'm just throwing that one out there, and I only bring this one up because, believe it or not, the delay, the hindrance of the execution of a law. But here's the problem. Let's talk about incitement. Let's talk about Trump. Doesn't he have the right to say, in essence, come on, fight for your rights? Isn't that the Beastie Boys, or who was it? Anyway, fight figuratively, not violently. Trump was the one who said no violence. Trump was the one who even said we need 10,000 troops, National Guard. And who was the one who said no? Nancy Pelosi. But I digress. Kathy, very important. Does Trump have the right to say something? Is Trump inciting? Remember this case, Brandenburg against Ohio, 1969. Unanimous, no dissents. Listen to this. Here's the holding, the finding. The constitutional guarantees of free speech and free press do not permit a state to forbid or proscribe advocacy of the use of force or of law violation, except where such advocacy is directed to inciting or producing imminent, not eminent, imminent lawless action and is likely to incite or produce such action. Let me read this again. The Constitution does not permit a state, the government, anybody, to forbid advocacy of the use of force or advocacy of law violation unless that advocacy, that encouragement, that incitement, that aiding, abetting, counseling, procuring, hiring, all that stuff is directed to inciting or producing imminent lawful action and is likely to incite. So what Trump is going to say basically is, I can say any damn thing I want. I can say, I want you to go and I want you to raise hell and I want you to make your name and I want you to do this and I want you to do that. As long as, but it wasn't likely, it wasn't imminent. But not only that, Trump didn't say that. He didn't even come close to saying that. But let's assume you say he did. According to Brandenburg, he gets a pass. Because one more time, this is important. One more time. The advocacy is not directed to inciting or producing imminent lawful action, and it is not likely to incite or produce imminent action, period. So that's that. But here's where I worry. Here's where I worry. You get somebody else there, you put their arse in the sling and you scare the hell, and you say, did you ever hear anything? Well, you know what I did? As a matter of fact, I heard Trump say